Tees store. Not just t-shirts and hoodies, but we do have plenty of those, and new designs for that matter. You can also get mugs, and of course our brand new limited Amber Turds stained blanket. That's right, just for your bed or wherever you need it. So head on over to Mixed Tees now and get all your apparel and goodies from Midnight's Edge.
Get up, wake up, this is your final warning. It's time for Midnight's Edge in the morning. The gang is ready to go and it's time for the show. It's time for Midnight's Edge in the morning.
Good morning, campers. It's time for Midnight's Edge in the morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning. We have with us the boss man, Andre. How you doing this morning?
I'm doing excellent. Greetings. Glad to see the gang here on a Monday morning.
That's
it's
right.
A pleasure to have culture here in particular on Box Office Day.
Welcome back, Culture Casino, to the morning show.
right.
How you doing?
Hey, I'm great. Glad to be here. I'm stoked. I was happy to join you guys on Friday. I'm even more excited because this is Box Office Day, so I'm excited.
It is Box Office Day. We also have Chris Brawley with us. How you doing?
Hola, gentlemen. Glad to be here. Happy Monday.
Happy Monday to you. And last but not least, looking snazzy in his sweatshirt there is Mr. Paul Chatto. What does your sweatshirt say? That's
Comedy
the question. Comedy.
That's how you know I'm funny, because I've labeled myself.
Yeah. Just to remove any and all doubt.
That's absolutely correct.
I
Oh,
have
look,
one-
comedy. He's got to be funny.
I have one that says, please laugh.
That or people just think your name is Comedy.
There's that too.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Serbian comedy.
Indeed. But Chris, I do know of a more pathetic one than please laugh. Please clap.
Oh,
Yes.
Yes, it's a derivative. I know.
Yes. Good morning to everybody out there in YouTube lands. Hopefully everybody's doing well. Let's say hello to everybody and see what we got for super chats. I see we got some people on the Rumble side already as well, like War Monkey and King Kane Rumsky. We also have some regulars in here on like Hyperguyver, Grimzilla, Corleone Rogue, Mr. Tickle Trunk swinging a wrench around. Jill Powers is here. Welcome everybody this morning. We even got Garvin Ambrose here. We got Ruby Hoove gifted an early membership here. Thank you so much, Ruby Hoove.
Yeah.
And speaking of Hyperguyver, he sent us in a $5 super chat. Say all the things to catch me off guard. It would be the official collaboration between Guns N' Roses and Mobile Suit Gundam. That's the way. So wouldn't it be Gundam and Roses?
Was very random, isn't it? Or something like this in the works without me knowing about it.
Yeah,
Is
but
it
would
really
work.
Guns N' Roses anymore, too? I mean, I guess so, yeah.
Well, it's the Axl Rose Band. And I think it would have been more honest if they just called it that, because, I mean, how many lineup changes can a band take before it's no longer the same band? I mean, when you look back at Guns N' Roses, they had a very classic lineup, right? And how many are left of that original lineup?
Actually, more now than there was then, but yeah.
So, yeah.
hell,
But,
he sang for AC/DC.
Yeah. But speaking of original lineup, we were just joined by Paulie. Greetings.
Hey, Polly.
Hey, what's going on? Happy Monday.
Yeah. I think there's a general good buzz today. I think for everyone who calls us cynics, I think I'm speaking for everyone here. I think we're really glad that a movie is a hit. And number two, you know where I was coming from, didn't you, Chris? That we have and it's a movie that we all like, or most of us, I believe, like, and we're really happy that it's affected the box office in a positive way. So all those people who are saying that we're just negative Nellies all the time, it's really not what we want. I keep trying to explain to people.
And I also keep
we want.
reminding the
It's to
only
work.
times when we are in negative nihilists is when we are responding to obvious subversion that everyone hates. Give us content that we like and we'll be happy about it. I mean, this channel started out as a celebration of the darker characters. And the beauty is with movies like Hail Mary, we can go back to that again. So maybe we'll do that video breaking down what Tom Jane got wrong about the Punisher Dirty Laundry for shits and giggles and for fun.
Yeah, and then
That
regarding
from
what
a
Chato
place
said,
in a place of love.
and regarding what Chato said, shut up, man.
Come
So, yeah,
on.
today is not a good day, you're saying?
No, I'm just trying to keep our,
That's right.
our haters in the chat happy.
Correct.
Yeah,
Yeah.
We have
Okay,
a
well,
brand
keep up the
uphold,
stat.
Ollie.
I'll keep the status quo up. This whole movie's just a guy talking to a turd. What the fuck?
yeah, Josh.
It needed eyeballs, right,
Yeah.
Paul?
Yeah.
Steven Spielberg would have gave him eyeballs.
Yep.
Yeah, he gave Jaws teeth.
And I will just say for the haters of Tom, just focus on the doggy in the background. No, it's
That's
fine.
right.
Yeah.
Right? Is that
It's not
asshole?
as good as One Piece.
Hey,
Oh,
One
geez.
Piece is great, by the way.
Love it.
Two
I haven't
things
seen
can
any
be
of
good
it
at
yet.
once.
Yeah. Enjoyed two things. Oh my God.
Oh, I enjoyed a lot this weekend, as far as the box office. Yeah.
Do you see
man.
Hoppers again?
No, Dukrandar 2, The Revenge.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I forgot that was
Bro.
also out this weekend. Yeah, we're gonna
What?
cover that.
Yeah,
just
we
a
got
minute.
stuff to talk about.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that's
The
it.
India film.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyhow,
Oh,
let's do this
Yeah, let's get into it.
because I did the thing.
You did the
I
thing.
actually went
Wow.
and saw the movie.
What?
so
Had no
let's-
idea what this thing was. I'm like, fuck it. I'm gonna go see it because everybody's seeing it.
Everybody.
Okay.
I'm gonna be a kid. Like everybody's doing drugs. I'm gonna do those drugs.
Yeah, you didn't know what it was.
No idea what it was.
Oh man. Well, the book is great, but this adaptation was perfect for, exactly what they needed to do with this story. And again, it's the same guy that wrote the Martian, Andy
yeah.
Weir, and the same guy that adapted Project Hail Mary. So you have the combination of these two people with brilliant minds, and the inclusion of actual science was fun. There was more science in the book than there was in Project Hail Mary, but overall, this book was a solid adaptation. I wish it had just pursued more theaters, but Disney has a few of them blocked because of Hoppers. So it only opened at just over 4,007 theaters, but it opened to enormous results. It's actually higher than this, and that's no fault of the numbers, but 80.5 million. It's actually closer to 82 million at this point.
Wow.
But we'll rectify that at the end of the day. I mean, these are all going to get revised. But, as close as these estimates are, look at the theater average for this film.
right.
$20,000 per screening. That's insane.
And there's 100% less Ridley Scott.
Yes,
This
which
than The
which
Martian.
made him this better. That's true. But look, Lord and Miller, and I'm going to let you guys talk about Lord and Miller in a minute. But I'm just going to say they did a wonderful job with this storytelling. The format was consistent in a way that kept you in line with anybody who read the book's expectations. And I really think that anything that got cut had to be just for the length of the film. And this movie keeps you going for 2 hours, 35 minutes.
It's
So
huge.
it's an enormous film that you don't want to go to the bathroom during. You want to not have the drink. You want to skip the beverage when you go to this movie because it's that big a deal. And the biggest format you could see it on it, Paulie, what do you think? You think you just find an IMAX or you find a XD somewhere or something like that?
I did what did I do? I did the XL,
Yeah, the XL, Cine XL. Yeah,
AMC XL.
yeah, Cine
Yeah.
XL.
AMC Grove. Of course, it was sold out. It was a Thursday evening.
It's insane. This thing was full at the previews on Thursday. And from all reports, and again, there were limited numbers of early showings that Amazon sponsored. And again, this is something to call attention to. It earned a great preview number, but it did it the same way Hoppers did it by having an extra early screening for Prime members earlier in the week on a Monday. So,
Yeah,
and that only brought in 2 million or so, 3 million max. So I'm just saying is that I will never artificially inflate numbers. I'll always speak honestly about them. This didn't have anything artificial to it. this is pure earnings. The per theater average tells the tale of the tape, and I think it really does underscore what a quality film does. Now, here's the problem with the numbers right now. They haven't quite rebuilt the site the way it used to operate.
Yeah.
But I'm going to tell you that this is a $141 million earner worldwide right now.
Yeah. 60 internationally, right?
Yeah, it made enormous money. Enormous money.
So
And go ahead.
what was the budget on it? Any idea?
That's the problem. This one was spendy. It was $200 million, and that's not even included marketing. That's just the
So
production
at least
budget.
300 is kind
Yeah.
budget.
One of the things, and this is what surprised everybody who saw this film, I think, is that almost everything was practical. There were some CGI enhancements, but they practically built the sets. They practically built Rocky. Rocky's performers were amazing. It took them 100 iterations of that particular creature to get to what it became.
Wow.
Back to the
So-
box office in the UK, aren't they so like pre-sold out in the advanced screenings that they're gonna have to keep it on IMAX and not what's the big one coming up in a few weeks?
Oh, the new animations, Super Mario.
Yeah, that they're not gonna give it initially to Super Mario. I just read I read about that this morning.
It doesn't surprise me. Again, IMAX and the studios in it to make the most money possible. Again, if we're going to have high quality films releasing, they need to space themselves. And
We
absolutely
need to put an asterisk next to this.
Go
Because this
ahead.
is one big thing we're overlooking here about this movie.
Okay.
'Cause this is a game changer.
Well, it's
And not
Amazon.
in the way that this is not, we're focusing on the wrong part of this. This is a streamer that made this.
Yeah.
Okay, this is Amazon that made this.
Through MGM.
It doesn't matter. It's fucking Amazon.
It doesn't
Amazon
matter.
owns it.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, it's Amazon. MGM only exists as a name only.
Well, now
And-
hang on.
Well, I want to hear Tom's full thought though.
I do too, but I want to ask him in conjunction with what he's about to say. Do you think that largely this was successful because Jennifer Salke is not there anymore?
I don't think she had very much to do with it. I think it was this movie is exactly what Hollywood did in the 70s, 80s, and 90s.
Yeah, that's true.
And they did it in spades. I mean, when we get into the review of the film, that's a totally different story. But what this movie was able to do is something that a movie hasn't been able to do since probably Avatar.
Yeah.
And that is an original property, getting people out of their houses into theaters. And in some areas, it was some of the nicest the weather's been in
In
months.
a while. Yeah.
And people
Oh, they got
still
lucky.
went.
Wow.
And I went to go see this last night because I'm like, you know what? I'm going to have to go see this because everybody's talking about it. I have zero reference point for this thing. I went and looked at the IMAX showing, hoping there was an IMAX 3D showing because I found out they were doing some IMAX 3D showings, but couldn't find anyone near me. The IMAX was almost completely fucking sold out for the next 2 or 3 days nearby. So I'm like, what the fuck? Unless I want to sit way up front, and you don't want to do that in IMAX because all you're seeing is up people's noses. And so I'm like, okay. So I look at the other theaters around, they're pretty full up. I found a little local theater. I'm like, I'm going to take a chance. It starts in an hour. Go there. This little local theater was even full.
Yeah.
Wow.
People are going to see this movie and they're getting engaged in it. They're reacting to it. It is just like the old Spielbergian Zemeckis classics of the 80s and 90s. People are reacting that way to it. And it's going to have some legs. And that's where I'm curious with this whole thing because let's be real. This is just frosting for Amazon. This movie was basically paid for as the idea it's going to go for Amazon Prime and that's it, right? Like that's basically what it's budgeted for. This is nothing more than a fancy advertisement for when it drops on Amazon Prime. And let me tell you, they're going to get one of the biggest boosts they ever have when this movie does drop on there, which that's my next question. Is it going to be 45 days or is it going to be 3 weeks like Red One?
They're
Because
trying.
That's
Okay.
what I'm curious about. Do they have to leave it out in theaters?
I think they planned. I think they planned all along to leave it in theaters. And again, this is part of this year's new deal that Amazon has, where they have a slate. You guys may not know this, but they've developed 13 films to release.
Yeah,
this
Masters
year.
is part of that.
Yeah,
and so is
and
that
Masters of
Sheep
the Universe is exactly
Detective
part of
and
that.
stuff like that.
Yeah. So they already they already dropped 2 bombs, right? So they really need this one to be a winner. You know, Crime 101 was one of the bombs.
Yeah.
Right.
But this one's a winner. They're going to get on a roll because Masters of the Universe looks as good as it does. Can you imagine if they do that right? Holy cow!
So I'm really curious about what Tom was bringing up. That moving forward, this is a game changer, and I totally agree. That it is bringing people together, unifying people, you know, on many different levels, and becoming you know something bigger than you know what we expected. But like Tom said, it's a throwback. Could this be a great blueprint moving forward because eventually it all goes to the streamers, right? I think they should with the way they promoted this, they should have done with Frankenstein, because Frankenstein got no theater love, and I really believe it would have done gangbusters if it had a legit theater run, not a couple theaters in LA, New York, but a legit one. You know, those are some of my thoughts. You know, just
I guarantee Netflix is paying attention to this shit.
thank you.
I do too,
better
Tom.
be.
I think you've nailed it, because they've got to keep it in theaters to make some of the money back, but it's got already a built-in $150-200 million credit of subscriptions that are going to come in on this movie. I think, especially since it's
That's what
only
I'm
gonna
saying
be
is we have
available
no
on
idea how much
Prime.
of this is basically amortized as
Yeah.
something that was paid for Prime. I mean, and that's what I was saying. Like, you know, Red One is a good example. You know, Andre I think you did kind of a post-mortem on it, but you basically said it doesn't matter because this is a completely different patient than anything
Yeah.
we've dealt with before.
Now, if
We
it
did have
bombed,
we did have a great discussion with the culture about that when
Yeah.
it came out.
Yeah.
And from everything I've heard, Amazon are very happy with how Red One ended up performing,
Yes.
and they're going to be much happier about this. And what is so
Oh, yeah.
brilliant, I agree with all of you guys. This is a game changer because it's a streaming doing this, and it's getting a lot of love in theaters, and that is free money that the streamers aren't going to ignore and will want more of. This is a good thing, and it makes me excited to see what's going to happen with Masters of the Universe, which
Well-
unfortunately is going up against Scream
I was just
7,
gonna say,
but it's
yeah.
the exact same thing, right?
Scary
It's
Movie
getting
6, you
at
mean,
the
but yeah.
Sorry, yes, but anyway, it's going up against heavy competition, but it's getting a theatrical release. If that too gets a lot of love in theaters, this sets a new standard where basically the traditional big studios may have had their time in the sun. We are in a new world where basically the streamers and big tech have usurped
Well,
what
what's
Hollywood was
also
doing.
But this also shows me, as an analyst, it shows me that there's still life in the sci-fi genre. Because Star Wars, even though that went, you know, cratering down this pit, you would have looked at that and go, well, clearly it could be the fact that people have just had enough of sci-fi. I mean, it's been popular for 30, 40 years. Maybe it's time to give it a break. No, this movie just goes to show people want good sci-fi stories.
Yeah.
They're just sick of the bullshit. That's what I think the main thing is. And anybody who knew the book, I'm sure, is well aware that there isn't any bullshit in the movie. And anybody who's stuck around long enough to hear a couple reviews knows there isn't any bullshit in the movie.
Actually,
And that's
yeah, actually, with the book, they kind of took out some stuff in the book, and even the book.
that's what I had heard.
Yeah, it's very, very light in joking, as with Grace's character is. And then they added the God component in Sandra Hulu's character. That's
Yeah.
not in the book. And I was like, whoa, I was kind of like, you know, sorry guys for the little spoiler there, but that they even brought that up, because, you know, there's a scene there where they talk about God. So that
There was hardly anything I could think of that would have pulled me out of this movie at any moment of modernity that we're used to in any crap nowadays.
Let me put something else forward. This movie is succeeding because it's a comedy.
Yeah. It's a slow burn, but it is a comedy.
It is. It's lighthearted. The lead character is bumbling his way to success. Develops a great relationship with this extraterrestrial.
I hate to tell you this way, but it is, Paul. It's basically ET in reverse.
No. Yeah, yeah,
Mm.
yeah. And
It's
and
the human is
and
ET
I'm saying-
basically. Yeah.
and I'm writing actually a piece on it that this is the best Star Trek that we have seen in decades.
That's another good way of putting it, because that was
this
yeah.
is the devil in the dark.
But it's more accessible than Star Trek. That's the beauty of it, and that's
no,
why
no. But I mean,
that's
you know,
why more people are
it's a
seeing
bit
it than
more
Star Trek.
sciencey. It's a bit more sciencey, but if you reduce the science down, turn it into a 1-hour episode where they gotta just get this thing done, and Spock is the one that ends up being able to communicate quickly with Rocky just using his mind meld. You've got a Star Trek. It's got sciencey stuff in it. This is
Did you read the book?
no.
Okay,
I'm going to now.
you're right on point. Anyone here read the book? I read.
I did.
I
Okay,
have
yeah.
not. I plan on it, but I went into this completely cold. Like
No,
I
that's
had
great.
very little to know that I knew about it.
Then, I mean, culture. I really appreciated Lord and Miller's adaptation.
Yeah.
Because,
Oh no, I think they did it perfectly. I think they made it more engaging and more available to the audience, the regular audience.
the regular audience.
Yeah, because
But-
I got enthralled with it, but I'm kind of super nerdy. And you know who recommended the book to me was Nerdrotic. Gary's actually
So-
you gotta
But
read this.
Chado's
Yeah.
right on point, because being I was talking to Watari yesterday about this, was that this would make a great mini series, limited
yeah.
series, if you brought the book back just on Grace's scientific observations on his narrative is this super nerdy. It's fascinating.
I think they tried to convey that with him doing those individual shots where he was trying to get privacy and talking
Yeah.
about privacy at a premium.
That was good.
I was laughing in the theater the entire
good.
time. So
So let me ask you guys this: do you think it was ever on the table, maybe still on the table, that this was or could be a limited miniseries on Amazon?
Maybe, but I think here what you have, and this is me coming from the normie perspective, having zero idea what the movie was about going into it, really, other than I knew something was happening with the son, and Ryan Gosling was the one who's got to go fix it. That's all I knew about the movie going into it. I didn't even know much about the Rock guy or any Rocky or anything like that. So to me, the worst part of this movie, if you want me to get nitpicky as a critic, there's a good 10-15 minutes that can be trimmed out of all the flashbacks and the intro of this movie. That just because there's little minor spoilers, there's characters that are basically pointless that we spend some time with, that it doesn't really matter, and you don't really engage with them as the audience. And the more important shit is the stuff that's happening, and the movie really kicks into gear about 30 minutes in. And
Are
from
you
that
talking
point
about
on,
the stuff that ends up being bittersweet without giving anything away?
no, there's just a lot. There's like out
But
of
you
like
have to set those people up.
I think you guys are missing the purpose of the end and why
no,
they did it.
I think you guys are missing my point. Like, I'm not saying cut out any of the flashbacks, but like almost every one of those flashbacks could be trimmed down by at least a minute or two or more. Here's my grand example. The karaoke scene. Did we really need to see that one chick sing the whole fucking song?
I like
I'm already in the movie for 2.5 hours. I'm sitting here looking at it going, this is premium real estate. There's no reason this movie should be more than 2 hours and 15 minutes.
That was a wonderful moment.
It
That was an
is,
app-
but you don't need to drag it out for the whole song. As an audience member, I'm going, okay, let's go. Let's move it around.
like
I want to
it.
get back to the ship with Rocky. That's what I'm thinking as an audience member.
Listen, man, you know what? And I hear you, but they cut out a
That's
large
my only
major-
big gripe with the movie. I know people get really defensive about that, but I'm like, look, there's a couple of characters that don't really do anything but die. And we don't need to spend any time with them. And there's all this stuff on Earth that we don't really need. There's like 3 major points we need. And outside of that, that's the only part that felt like a little laborious as a viewer. I'm going, okay, get me to the story. Get me to the story. Once the movie starts kicking into gear, then I feel like I'm getting engaged and I was on the edge of my seat. But it took a good 30 minutes to get there. I'm just warning people. It's a slow burn at first. It has a very 2001-esque kind of feel for a bit, and then it switches gears into like a Spielbergian kind of feel. That's kind of my point.
You know, I know we're kind of getting into review territory already. I wanted to mention, do you guys think the movie has the legs to hit a 500 or 600 million. It's got an A.
Oh
cinema
yeah,
score.
absolutely.
Yeah,
It's
I
got
think
a
word of mouth.
96% Rotten Tomatoes, 95% or something.
Yeah, let's
like
get
that.
back to the box office. You're right.
Well, that's the question: is how long will that was what I was getting at? Is how long will Amazon let this thing breathe? Are they going to leave it in for 45, 60
Yeah.
days?
I think they'll at least leave it 30 because the only, and you guys correct me if I'm wrong, the next big movie coming out, I don't think impacts this because it was the 24 to 35 demo that was the biggest for this movie. But Super Mario comes out April 1st. You got Michael April 24th. I don't think there's anything else that's going to suck up all the air. But you know how these March releases do? They don't always.
Don't underestimate Michael because early.
Well,
tickets for
I'm
those
saying
were-
Michael
yeah.
would be the next thing to take this audience away.
And
'Cause I
I'm
thought
gonna-
that came out this month,
Word of
right?
mouth, just based on what you guys are saying.
Let
This
me-
thing's going to be number one for the next 2 or 3 weeks.
and let me add one more thing that you guys can argue about all you want, is that there's something about the trappings of successful Hollywood that the antiseptic streaming model is just not as much fun. There's that joke about how everybody wants to be a director. And as hoary as Hollywood is, I've experienced it. Polly has also. I've been in limousines. I've had fruit baskets delivered to my hotel room at the Beverly Hills. I'm sorry to say it. It's strangely intoxicating, and it's something that Hollywood does really well. And I think you don't want to hand this entire business over to just streamers. It's antiseptic. It's not really what people want. I think Amazon and maybe even Netflix would kind of sort of really rather be part of the heyday of what when it works, it works. It's just got that red carpet, nice gown kind of thing that we feel to a certain degree is bullshit, but it's intoxicating. I hate to tell you that. It's addictive. So if Amazon, I mean, I think this kind of stuff can revive the glamour of the business, which actually helps with the creation of stars, which creates more buzz, better writers, better producers. Leaving it just as a streaming experience is not going to do that.
Yeah, and that's what I hope they learn is that there's more money to be made doing it this way. It makes the movie
too.
more of a premium.
That's another thing. I'm not talking about that part, but yes.
But I mean, it makes the movie a premium as opposed to where you just throw it out on a streamer, just fizzles and dies. But I mean, there was other movies that came out, like Hoppers is in its second weekend. It didn't have that much of a drop, but it didn't do that well its opening weekend, right, Culture? That was kind of the
Well, it
problem with
did
that.
okay, and again, we're
Okay.
with a 37% drop in its 17th day. Hoppers still dragged in $18 million over the weekend. So, I mean, it's not falling off as quickly as I thought it would, but I still think it's going to be shy of profit because of what they spent on it to produce it and what they spent on it to promote it.
What was the budget?
I think at the end of the day, by the time you get everything put together, including promotion, it ended up at $250 million.
Oof.
250?
Wow.
Yeah.
That's with promotion?
Yeah.
And I bet Goat was half of that too.
Oh, Goat was really cheap.
Well, it's made 242 worldwide.
Right. Cut it
It'll
in
do
half.
all right. At least it has to hope it makes a little bit more before Mario, though.
Well, and that's the other problem. So here we are. Today is the 23rd. Everybody agree we're on the 23rd of March?
No.
Usually.
Okay. All right. Well, then let's do this. What day does Super Mario Galaxy come out? The 1st of April. So
1st.
it's an April Fool's Day joke. So this is where we talk about what's really gonna fall off this list, and that's what, again, you led us into a perfect segue, Paulie. Is Hoppers then the one that loses out, or is it Project Hail Mary, or is it both?
I think, well, that's the thing. And that's where I was saying is like, I don't think it really matters at this point what happens to Project Hail Mary. All this is just frosting on top of the cake for Amazon.
Well, I mean, I get what you're saying, Tom, but they've got to earn something. I mean, they're not going to.
Do they?
They've spent at least $300 million on.
Yeah,
this
I think you're right to assess that. Yeah,
I don't know if they spent that much on it.
They spent
Well, the
200 million
budget's
on the production
200. I'm
alone.
being conservative.
Okay. Well,
100
I mean,
million
they didn't
for
really
P&L.
advertise it very well. They were shoving Ready or Not 2 down my throat all this last
No.
year.
I
Nobody
think
went
the
to see
Project
it.
Hail Mary
Which
stuff
nobody
started
went to
early.
see.
They've been playing the long game with this movie.
Yeah, you know, at this point, it's almost made its money back, or at least it will within the next 2 weeks, if not by the next few days. Because if it
Where do you
keeps
think
going
it's going
up,
to end up before they pull it, Tom?
I don't know.
Gross.
That's
Okay,
the
so-
problem with this movie. If this was a studio, I'd say it'll stay in there until they're ready to pull it.
No, and that's what I think. I think honestly, it'll stay 30 days or longer
Me too.
if it's at 500 mil.
Yeah.
I don't think they're counting it that way. That's the thing
I
I'm
mean,
curious
probably
about.
not.
I want to
have
see
no
how this
idea
plays
they're
out.
counting it, but
I want to
don't think
keep
it's-
it.
I don't think it's a success unless it hits 600 million.
I want to keep an eye. I don't think that matters to them, and that's my point. Like, for them, part of the cost is baked into it being on Amazon Prime.
No,
and
no,
us
I
paying
get you.
for it as
But
part of
the
our.
only, yeah,
package,
but
but
the only
yeah.
qualifier on that, or the way they're quantifying that, is how much in new subscriptions will we get?
Oh, absolutely, and that's the thing, and that's where I'm curious how well F1 went. Didn't that drop yet on Apple? Like, I'm curious how that did for them.
I have one more question about it because I unfortunately have not been able to see it just yet. So you guys are the ones doing the review. But how much product placement was in it? How much stuff in that movie can you buy on Amazon at the premium for that?
Well, the merchandise is running behind schedule. They set things up for pre-order, which includes like a plush version of Rocky.
He's talking about actual product placement, though, and that's what I'm trying to think.
Oh, none. I
There
didn't
was some
see any.
music, but there's not a lot of places they could really shove in outside of Earth. I mean, even a lot of the stuff, because a lot of stuff he uses in space is the same kind of stuff they would use in NASA. So
It's all Rocky and then the popcorn bucket stuff.
yeah, I saw that popcorn bucket and I fucking want it.
I'm getting it.
My God, it's like, what the hell, guys? It's the one I saw is the glass cage with Rocky in it,
But
and you can take Rocky out. and
going
he's
back
like a little
to
figure thing.
yeah, I think Hot Hoppers is between now and then, it's it's families. This is the only time it's going to make any more money, and then it's going to be gone.
Yeah, which is basically what I was saying too. But Ready or Not, but we'll let you talk about Durander here in a second because I think you went to saw that, right?
Yes.
Yeah. But I was kind of surprised to see Ready or Not 2 did not do so well. As much as advertising as they put behind it, because Scream 7 actually did pretty good in comparison because that was its competition right now. And that movie just keeps going and going and going, while Ready or Not 2, that is not going to make its money back.
Which of these two movies got a boycott?
Scream 7, which is hilarious.
Well, I mean, let's just talk about the box office.
Yeah, I know. I don't want to get into that part, but it's like,
I don't want to get into it.
look, it goes to show that at the same time, yes, you can bring in new audience members by bringing in these younger cast members, but at the end of the day, these franchises are built on the people that made them initially, and some of these franchises are not going to outlive their original stars. They're just not. And I think that's kind of what happened here. And not only that, just the way they treated some of the original stars in the last couple movies really made people feel like, we deserved a better film, and this is kind of what happened here with Scream. Well, regardless of whether you liked it or not, it's doing what it needs to do, and it's making Paramount some good money. So, because it cost less than the last two, was my understanding as well.
No, it costs more.
Did it? I thought it cost
Oh,
less.
Oh no, it cost like 10.
'Cause I thought they
15
spent like more on the fifth one, but I guess I'm wrong.
Nope.
Okay. Well, it's
Yeah.
going to make more than the last
But
two.
but regardless, it's making money.
Yeah, I was going to say it's the
And
most.
It's got, like you said, it's got the horror legs because there's no other big.
At least until
movie-
Paramount drops it on Paramount Plus, anyway.
Which I think is happening within less than a week.
Probably because they're pretty
But
consistent.
what's up with Reminders of Him culture?
I don't even know what the hell that is.
Is that like a rom com?
I think isn't that a faith-based thing? I really don't have any idea. I know a lot of people went to see it and 8 million. I don't know anything about that film, Paulie. I really don't. I'm not going
Got a
to.
lot of screens.
I've been hearing it's got some decent legs. Let me find out.
Yeah. I wish I knew. I just
It's aimed at wine moms, I think. So,
Oh,
and so
so it's
is that,
counter programming to Project Hail Mary.
for sure.
Yep.
so's Wuthering Heights. And what was the name of that failed horror project that was Bonnie and Clyde? The Bride.
The Bride.
Bonnie and
Yeah.
Bride.
$275,000 this last weekend. Holy shit!
My
Yeah,
gosh.
let me just boil it on the box office. The film
Yeah.
that I really want to hear about from Paulie is Durandar.
Yeah, that's when you
Because
saw it.
I didn't get to see this. Instead, I chose the second viewing of Project Hail Mary.
Ah.
I'm going to tell you, for less than 1,000 screens, that performance is ridiculous.
Really fast. Some reminders of him. It was made for 25 million bucks worldwide, 54 million. So it's making its drama romance,
Mhm.
and it's still there in the top 5. So that's not something to sneeze, to
Okay.
sneeze at.
Something for
Um,
the single ladies.
All,
All the single ladles.
So you're seeing a very, very competitive, healthy top 10, in my
It's not
opinion.
bad.
I mean,
This is well, they need movies like this, but they need them more often.
I'm just
Right.
surprised Avatar is still in the top 10.
hell yeah.
Well, I
Hell
think
yeah.
that's just because Disney forced it in theaters for so long. Let's be
Yeah.
real. But this
Well,
is
Disney's obviously not following the 17-day model. They're
no
gonna get every
Disney's one of the
penny they
few.
can.
I'll give them that. I'll give them that much. They are one of the few that do not put it on Disney Plus right away. They backed off that shit quite quickly, farther than anybody else. But like the studios have got to be shaking in their boots a little bit right now.
Yeah.
Because this is like I said, this is a bigger game changer than I think we're even making it a deal of, because this is not a studio film in the traditional sense. This is Amazon, and I was kind of taken aback when I saw that Amazon logo come up on screen before the MGM logo.
Right.
Smile. Yeah.
Yeah, I was kind of like, oh well, that's kind of different. And then what's even weirder is they turn around and use the classic '80s and MGM logo, which kind of tripped me out a little bit. But
And let me throw something else out at you.
Oh.
I think that if Netflix doubled up the most recent One Piece, take their 8 episodes, turn them into 4 movies, not 4 movies, but 2 hours at a time, I'd go see it. Like if they threw all 8 of those shows in a theater,
I'm surprised they
hours-
didn't, Paul.
pardon me, what?
I'm kind of surprised they didn't do some kind of premiere event for it in theaters like they
It's-
did with
it's-
Stranger
but
Things.
I would go see it now. It's so cinematic, and the fight scenes are some of the best I've ever seen in a film.
Which one?
A One Piece.
Yeah, I want to catch up with it. I haven't got to see the
I've
second
only
season
seen the
yet.
first 2 episodes.
Yeah, if they do One Piece, but it's the kind of stunting that I think makes people happy and gives them more money. I'm just saying that there's more stuff out there that I think we'd be willing to see in a theater.
Oh, I agree with you, but that's the thing is we've got the problem of the audience has been trained otherwise now, and they know if they wait, then it's only a month or so usually when most movies are already on streaming.
But I think what's happening is that there's some product out there that we're actually happy if they're available in both formats at the same time, and it's not bugging us. I think that is going to be a trend.
Yeah, just another option.
Just another option. Yeah.
You know, do you guys recall, kind of going back to Project Hail Mary, how when they first started promoting this, they were hiding Rocky. It was
Yeah.
they
it was
were.
a mystery.
Totally. Yeah.
Very
They were pulling the
mysterious, almost like the
Spielbergian-
Arrival marketing. You remember?
Well, actually, it's more like I think it was kind of more akin to being like the ET marketing. But it's funny
Yeah.
you mentioned Arrival because without getting too spoilery, I felt this was a better version of the Arrival, and it did what the Arrival was trying to do, only better.
That's what I've heard. Yeah, Arrival was had too much creepiness, probably.
Yeah, just too. And the ending, I didn't like. It's too pretentious to where this had fun with everything. And that's the thing is it didn't make the audience feel like they're stupid. It didn't preach to the audience. It was fun. It was cute. It gets you engaged. And I'll be damned. And it was almost kind of a fuck you to Star Wars that they were able to make me give a shit about a rock.
A puppet.
I
I'm
kept
gonna
thinking
tell you,
Geode.
yeah,
Exactly. That's what I was referring to. Yeah.
The puppetry, the puppetry was phenomenal. It really, and that and the voice they chose. I mean, the guy's performance.
Yes,
was
that's a big
brilliant.
part of it too. You're 100% right. Yes.
And the sneaky little cameo they did, that was pretty awesome. The voiceover.
They
cameo.
missed one though. Hey yo, they should have had this one.
Yeah.
I just think, I
yeah.
think it was good.
Yeah, but they did have Ray Porter's voice in there, which was great because he did the audible performance.
Right. Yeah.
I would recommend getting the audible of the
Yeah.
book because Ray Porter's performance is amazing, Tom.
Yeah, I want to check it out.
You'll really like that.
I think
Like-
Project Hail Mary is right up there with Cocoon.
Oh wow.
I would go farther than that actually.
Can I ask a
You're-
question?
I know you were making a joke, but people forget how big of a hit that fucking was
was
for Ron
enormous.
Howard.
I
was
need to
a-
ask. I need to ask a question, and professionals like especially you, Paulie, weigh in on this idea. Project Hail Mary paves the way for the Spielberg movie that's coming.
If not, it's going to show how unSpielbergian Spielberg has become over the past decade.
I'm afraid of
That's the one of the two things we're going to learn here. Because the torch may have been passed.
Yeah.
At
You,
this
you
point.
think Spielberg is sweating this week?
Spielberg's not the same guy he used to be.
Oh no, for sure.
He is so far removed from what he used to be. He can't. I don't think he can make E.T. anymore. I don't think he
the
can make Close
Fabelmans
Encounters
approve
again.
of that?
The Fablemans was a fucking disaster. It was
awful.
him working out some mommy issues that
Yeah.
I don't even want to get into.
Okay. By the way, the Project Hail Mary audiobook is available for free with your subscription to Spotify.
But yes,
Oh,
this is
wow.
the kind of movie Steven Spielberg
Wow.
should be fucking making. How much is
for
it?
it? Jeez.
It's free.
Well, if you've got a subscription to Spotify, you've got
No,
it.
Oh, Spotify. Okay.
Spotify. I
included
did
in
Amazon
premium.
Audible.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I like to keep all my books in one spot.
I like to
every
keep all my
every
stuff on
creative person has their moment in the sun and is able to latch onto the local zeitgeist.
Yeah.
Lord and Miller gave us the Lego movie, gave us the Spider-Man
Spider-Verse
animated
thing.
movies. Now this, they seem to be on a roll. They're part of the right generation. They've slotted themselves in creatively in the way Spielberg did for a good long time. I mean, no one should
Yeah.
be slighting Spielberg for as long as he was able to survive. There's directors out there who contributed a lot less in less amount of time than Spielberg. But I agree.
Well, it's
with
going to be
you.
yeah.
I'm
go
not
ahead.
feeling that he can do it anymore. Really, maybe. I mean, he'll be able to do something reasonable,
Oh yeah.
but he's kind of Ridley Scotted himself.
You're not wrong, and I agree with you 100%. And I mean, I don't even know if he could have made Project Hail Mary now the same way. I just don't think he's the same director, and I agree with you. You can't. It's hard to argue that he is arguably the greatest director of all time, and I don't mean that as far as like talent wise, but I mean that as far as his breadth of what he's able to put out there, the influence that he had on the industry.
Yes.
And there was a moment in time where all you had to do is see Steven Spielberg's name attached to it, and it was a guaranteed moneymaker. He didn't even have to show up on the set. Like it was just one of those things. And this movie evokes that. This movie has that, and it's well aware of that too, I think. So it doesn't try to avoid it. It embraces it, and that's what's going to, I think, give it legs. And I think that's why people are responding to it the way they are. And it kind of reminds me about how we came out of the 70s into the Spielberg era, where we had all these dour films and dark films and social, social movement films, which is kind of what we've had in the last 10 years, even though they're falsified and they're not as important, or I don't think they ever will be as important as films from the 70s were. But maybe this is a sign that we're getting out of that shit. And if the
They've got
studios
to
see
follow
this,
this. They've got to follow this model, though, Tom. You know what I
exactly.
mean?
That's
Like
what I'm saying.
Lord
Yeah.
Miller, it's about optimism, connection, friendship. That's the kind of, when you look back at even the 21 Jump Street movies, right? Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs stuff. It's optimism. It's funny, but they also know how to keep the stakes. There's still,
Yes.
it's not just a laugh track going on. It's spectacle. It's sincere. These guys have a really good formula for almost all their movies. I would love to see anything they did on Solo, because to me, this is a big FU to Lucasfilm particularly Kathleen Kennedy, that they were able to make One Man and a Rock Monster a huge hit. And I just want it to do better than Solo. I'll be
Well,
happy
remember,
if it's better than
they
Solo.
got fired from that. That's almost a bad, like a
Yeah,
cool
that's
badge.
why he was bringing it up. Yeah.
Yeah, cool badge of honor now, you know.
Yes.
Well, and I'm with you and Andre. I want to see their cut. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm totally with this whole thing with Chato saying is that this is their time. And the thing with Spielberg is that I want to see Disclosure Day. I do.
Yeah.
But it's not his time. You know, there's disciples of Spielberg that have taken the helm. Real filmmakers, not J.J. Abrams. I'm talking Lord and Miller. It's their time, and it's fantastic. It's fantastic.
Here's how you know that Spielberg's time is over. He went from the director who got shit for making Color Purple to everybody being basically shamed for not going to see his remake of West Side Story. Do you guys see the irony in what I'm getting at here?
No, you have to explain.
Seriously?
Yeah. Well,
You're not
Let me,
he got pillared for doing Color Purple. What? Because he was a white guy?
exactly. But then when he did West Side Story, even though the movie sucked and nobody asked for a new West Side Story, and he was shoved Rachel down our throats,
and
everybody shamed us for not going to see it.
I saw it.
You did, but that's because you almost have to obligatory.
wow.
I'm a big fan of West Side Story.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of like you. I mean, that and it's part of your brand. I mean,
How did you like it? How did you
I
like
didn't like it as much as The Heights. I know that. I remember that.
So yeah, exactly. I
Heights
thought
was
there was a
good,
whole
though.
there was a whole
Yeah.
propaganda set up against In the Heights, so you could later that year prop up West Side Story, which magnificently flopped. And In the Heights, which they wanted their In the Heights to be their kind of like Latino anti-American thing. It's like guys, you picked the wrong material. This is very much a American dream pro-immigration, as far as anyone who's seen In the Heights knows what I'm talking about, and it's original. So yeah, but back to West Side Story, some good stuff, but I didn't like the changes, and that ultimately I was like, now last couple years,
and why did he want to do it again?
why did he make it?
I didn't understand that. You know what? It reminded me of comedians that I worked with when the Frantics were young bucks, and we were dealing with mentors, really wonderful people who took the Frantics under their wing. And these guys were in their late 70s, and they were talking about how it would be really great to bring vaudeville back. And the Frantics, to a member, said, no, it had its time. We don't need to see vaudeville again. It's just not relevant anymore. And I felt the same way with West Side Story. Like, really? Why do we need that now?
Yeah.
And there was all these, half-ass, kind of political statements. Well, when they speak Spanish, we're not going to have subtitles. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm getting. It's kind of like this whole thing where it was like, how dare you do this movie when it was in 1985, he did Color Purple to the whole completely other side of the spectrum where they were forcing it down our throats. And it's like, we're supposed to support it and appreciate it because Spielberg did it. It's like, no, I don't see we should have to. If it's a piece of shit, it's a piece of shit.
Well, no one
Nobody
would
asked
have
for
seen it if Spielberg didn't do it.
That's the other problem you have. And nobody did go see it, Paul. That's the thing.
They didn't see The Color Purple? I thought it was pretty good.
No,
West
I
Side
thought you were
Story.
talking about the West Side Story.
No, I'm
Sorry.
talking about Color Purple. It would never
yeah.
have been done.
Let's
Let me finish up the segment
finish
on the
up, yeah,
box
yeah.
office real quick. So, look, the $1 million club wrapped up with position 8, which was Undertone. Everything after that's embarrassing. Wuthering Heights at 400,000, Avatar at 280,000, The Bride at 275. I Can Only Imagine 2 at 240, and it just keeps going down from there. But I think the thing that's most important is the top 2 films really did keep the buoyancy there. Along with the longevity of something like Scream 8. So you got 138.4 million. We need for theaters to get at least 100 million on the weekends. And that's only 39 movies. Now, again, these are not final numbers. I don't want anybody to jump the gun on this because I think a lot of them are going to creep higher.
They
But-
just did. They just came out.
Oh, okay. All right. See, then
So,
yeah,
so you're right.
They always get revised up,
Mhm.
and then I'm just going to say this. I feel like, and I want to hear. So I'm going to have to come back, but I want to hear what Paulie's thoughts are on Durandar.
Yeah, real quick, what'd you think of that?
Durandar, incredible. You know, the box office wise, the fact that they were able to do this in 987 theaters in the States. Yeah, look at that per screen average. The movie is 3 hours and 45 minutes.
I was just going to ask you.
I mean, there is thank God they're all, every theater's honoring the intermission, which is fantastic. Look it, man, this is one of my favorite movies of the year. And if anyone doesn't know this film, that's okay. Part one, because this is the part 2 to part 1, which just came out last December, is now on Netflix. So you can check out part 1 and see if you dig it. It's a huge kind of mafia terrorist film based on true events. They embellish it a little bit, but this filmmaker knows how to make big films. When he just knows how to put story together. My jaw dropped several times with the twists and the filmmaking in part 2. There's no music numbers in the second one. I was like, wow, there is nothing pretty in the second one. I mean, it's basically Godfather and Scarface on steroids.
Look at the numbers jumping for the film you're talking about.
Yep.
It just jumped over 10.
Jumped
That's
over 10 million. So I went Wednesday night, which was the super early screening, and that was sold out. And it was a majority Indian crowd, and it was really incredible to see that movie with that type of crowd, because they were, jumping and cheering in different areas, and I was like, wow, they really make this very enjoyable to watch. So yeah, it's breaking. It's the box office record for this one here in the States. They claim it as the biggest box office for an Indian film opening weekend, including the previews. So I think a lot of people dig it. There's nothing silly about the film, and it's based off of true events that happened. So kick-ass movie.
Awesome. So yeah, so that's it for the box office for the most part. Just a lot of also rans. And again, I'm just going to say this. There is something to be said for the staying power of a horror film, which doesn't happen every day. And this thing at 114 million US, if you add in the 70, I think it's like 78 million or something now. I haven't seen the international update, but if that's the case, then this thing's going to be well over 200 million by the end of its box office run. Not only the most successful Scream movie ever, but it's going to make a lot of other horror films look a little rough this year.
So, well, I mean, considering it went up against what should have been a much anticipated sequel with Ready or Not 2. Yeah. Granted, Ready or Not 2 did better this weekend overall, but that's a kind of a dismal opening for that movie, because I don't even know how much it cost, but I'm willing to bet it was well over $70 million.
Oof.
I'm betting. What does it say there? Can you click on it and does it say the budget?
It doesn't work the same way yet.
Oh, okay.
The way it used to. Yeah, they had to rebuild everything.
But it's a sequel with Samara Weaving. Chances are it's more expensive than the first film, so yeah.
No, I don't think it's at that much, but we just rewatched the first one this weekend because she wants to go see part 2, and that's the way it works. That's I'm sure.
Okay, I was wrong. You were right. It was only 14 million, so they kept it down. So
you kept it down.
Yeah, they're lucky. They're lucky.
Do you know what's missing here before I leave you all to the rest of the day? You know what's missing? Do you notice the film that's missing here? The other Amazon
Ninja
production?
Turtles 2? Oh, never mind.
No, the other Amazon production that didn't go very well.
No, which one?
Crime 101.
I don't even know what that is.
It's not even in here. Did they pull it from screenings?
Must have.
Looks that way.
That's amazing. It
Who's
only
in
made
that?
It only made 70 million globally.
Ooh.
So not huge numbers, but wow.
Mark Plyer's movie's off the list too now.
Is it really?
Oh yeah,
Probably out
yeah.
of the theaters.
It made 49 mil. I think who picked it up? Warner Brothers. Somebody picked it up 1st of March.
Oh really?
Yeah,
It'd be interesting to see how that one does on streaming too.
I am too.
I
He's talking
was-
about doing a Blu-ray and a DVD.
Indeed, but whether it gets one or not, we'll have to get back to later. But culture does have to leave us
Yes.
at this point,
Yeah.
unfortunately.
Let
But
me
it was
double check,
just
make sure he's got no super
to
chats here.
Have you here again? And thanks
Oh,
for
thank
going
you.
through the box office in a very box office heavy show. Seeing as we have a movie that's kind of a big deal coming out right now.
Oh yeah, and having
Yeah.
Paulie here was proper because I mean he got to see a lot of these films, and I isolated myself to a really good film, so I don't
Yeah.
feel bad.
Plug your wares. What
Oh
more do you
sure,
have
yeah,
coming?
yeah. The main channel, Culture Casino, is where you can find me. You can find me under Culture Casino on all the social media platforms, except for the strange ones that filter towards teenage girls. And then I also have a new channel I'm launching this week that I haven't got any content for, but there'll be content soon. It's called That Garden Place. It's my new gardening channel. I'm gonna teach you how to grow things and then how to cook things so that you stay healthy when you cook.
Are you going to be doing a golfing channel?
I don't know. Maybe someday. I'm gonna need a team. I can't afford a team yet. Okay. Anyway, thank you. I really appreciate it, y'all. I think you guys are great. So
Take care,
I
man.
sent you a private message in the chat, so
Okay.
check it before you depart.
all right, sounds good. You guys
Good to
have a
see you
great
guys.
day. We'll see you soon.
Bye, Culture.
So
Take
yeah,
care.
let's see what you guys are talking about out in the chat. We got 70s Rock fan sending in a promotional plug for his show he's doing. It says, in act of flagrant self-promotion, please everyone come by my Chuck Norris tribute show today. And the link's in the super chat there. Thank you for that, 70s Rock fan, and check that out. Maybe I'll try to pop by that.
I mean, just a note, you might want to put the time if you're going to buy a super chat.
I
Check
think
out
it's
my
3:30 Mountain Time, if I remember
Yeah,
right.
I'm just saying, Brian.
Yeah, he's right. Paulie is
4:30 Eastern
is
is
right.
when that comes on.
Yeah, there you go. Then Walter Tomaszewski says, a game changer, yes, but can the studio still keep the momentum this movie has initiated, or will American cinemas still shutter in 10 years anyway? Look, I mean, that's... I mean, if the studios are smart, yeah, they're a little scared about this, but then they're going to reconfiguring, say, okay, what is this movie doing differently than what we've been doing? And hopefully they figure that out. But I don't know.
Never
What do you guys think?
underestimate Hollywood's inability to learn the right lesson.
Exactly. That's the problem here.
I don't know, man. I hope this one really slaps it back.
I
You know.
appreciate your optimism.
We can hope.
Yeah,
I
we do
mean-
hope that.
And this is a message movie too. It's not like
Yeah.
it doesn't have its messages, but the message of friendship and loyalty was just amazing. It's universal.
Yeah, good.
Well, and it had a good message about coming together over a common
Problem. Yep.
problem, even though you're completely, worlds apart.
Well, I think that the big game changer is just that. It's a return to formula after Hollywood has spent the last decade forgetting how to win over the audience.
Pretty much. And then we got Hemorrhoid Hurts with 5 Australians says, up at 2:30 a.m. to catch some Culture Casino live. Oh, I didn't even see this for Culture. I'm sorry. Also, my wife hates appalling news and me super chatting, but I love hilarious chatto winning all around for me. Well, you better give him something special here for this. Here.
I have heard from a few people who the wives hate appalling news because politically it doesn't quite align with their perspective, but the husbands love it.
Yeah, there we go. Can't win everything.
My husband hates it.
Politics has fucked my dating life up, but that's all I'm going to say. I'm not even going to get any deeper than that. 52 movies a year says, Paul summing up dreaming versus Hollywood experience is spot on. Yeah. There you go, Paul.
Nobody wants the dry antiseptic world of streaming. The people in the business, they really don't want it. They want the expensive gowns and the
They
jewels.
like to control, though.
Well, there's that too. But like I said, if you've ever had an opportunity to experience meeting stars that kind of give off that special glow that make you kind of go, I mean, I get starstruck. I don't know who's going to be streaming starstruck. Oh, you're on the one about the dystopian future, and you were in that leather outfit. Oh, that one, yeah, that. Yeah, I just don't think streaming can match what Hollywood created.
This is true. This is very, very true. There is a magic there that is absent from all things streaming. I mean, with streaming, it's not the same thing. Let's just say
It's like you've installed the latest software.
Yeah, and
kind of.
remember, the latest software is always enshittificated.
Yeah, that's right. Then it needs updates.
That is true. Then Patrick Robinson sends in $9.99, says, I have a feeling the new Resident Evil
Yep.
movie by Zach Kreger is bad. It comes out in September, and we still know very little about it besides the cast. Shouldn't we have a teaser by now? Is there any Resident Evil movie that's actually good? That's my question.
Whoa! Actually, I do have to say, I think the first one, I know that gamers will disagree with me on this, but just like Silent Hill, I'm not talking about the games working solely as its own standalone movie. I think the first Resident Evil is absolutely fantastic and one of the better zombie movies out there. But again, it should be noted that that's a genre I'm not really that big a fan of.
For Kreger, now he's the guy that did Weapons, and so he's one of these guys that likes to keep the mystery. And he's also on the record, I mean, for Resident Evil fans that might be watching, he has never, or at least last September, he said he'd never seen any of the movies, but he was a huge fan of the games. And so reportedly this movie is set in the lore of the video games, which is what the movies are based on.
They're
right?
supposed to be shitty movies. You just watch Mila mow down people. I mean, you know what? They really found their level of quality and kind of stuck with it. And you just watched it and enjoyed it. I mean, seriously, it's not a movie worth dicing.
It's like Underworld. I mean, the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Only Underworld is, I mean, that's only the first one is any good in my book, and after that it all goes to shit. But still, it's not
That's sort of the formula.
Yeah, it's the formula.
Yeah. The formula came in the second one.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
Mila in a tight leather outfit, and
Pretty much.
There you go.
And then Flying Blind on a Rocket Cycle, wishes us a good day. Well, good day to you as well. And I just got some sad news. We lost Valerie Perrine.
Oh.
Yeah, 82 years old. Of course, you might recognize her from Superman. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. You might recognize her from Superman and Last American Hero.
She'd been sick for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She was great in that.
I was gonna say, I
Village
thought I
People
heard something
movie.
about. Yeah.
What was that movie she did with the Village People?
Can't Stop the Music or
Oh,
whatever.
that's it. Yes, she was so fun.
Yeah, which
Sweet
is
lady.
its own thing, but yeah.
I mean, every young man who saw Superman. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah,
I know what you mean. I know what you mean.
Miss
I think
Tessmacher.
Playboy magazine did a product tie-in issue when Superman came out.
Yeah. Rest in peace.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's too
amen.
bad.
A lot of people passing away right now.
Oh, they're getting of the age, right?
No, I mean,
What's
there's
the
this-
guy from
from Buffy.
Yeah, 54 years old.
Yeah,
And then the girl from she just died of breast cancer, 54 also, I think.
From a TV show. Yes.
I can't remember her name. She's blonde, really attractive lady.
Yeah.
Yeah, sad.
Then 70s Rock fan says, just to keep Polly happy today, Chuck Norris tribute will start at 2:30 p.m. Mountain Time.
There you go.
You see, and maybe I'll an extra. Well, $7. It's Canadian money. It's,
That's true.
Come on, it's the 70s.
Nah, this guy talks trash about Mexicans. I don't feel bad about.
Oh no,
Scottish,
really?
Canadian.
I'll have to tune in and watch.
Yeah.
You should make an
Vancouver's-
appearance, Paulie.
Oh, he sent me the link. I might hop on. It just depends. No,
Why
it's
don't
a
you call me?
schedule. It's not. I love
Yeah,
Brian.
come
I
on.
actually love Brian.
Yeah, yeah. And yeah, and since we are talking about deaths, the chat is also mentioning the OnlyFans founder also died.
What?
At
Yeah.
age 43. Yeah. I'm not going to say that he died suddenly because I don't know how sudden cancer is, but yeah, that's what did him in.
That
So
was
we'll see.
Carrie Ann Fleming, who died at age 51. She was from that show Supernatural. She just died.
Supernatural, right?
Well, I mean, I hate to say it about the OnlyFans guy, but I'm sure there's millions of ex-husbands that were wishing him very bad things. I'm sure.
Yeah, I mean, let's just say that he certainly made his mark into culture and history.
That was
Someone
accidental.
did that. Yeah.
I don't think it was intentionally started with that purpose in mind, because there's a lot of stand-ups and all sorts of people on it.
I was gonna say, wasn't the understanding of it initially was so like celebrities could like get more in touch with fans, but it was like a pay for your time
and
kind
yet,
of thing.
like, you know, stand-ups have their own. Cummings is on there. What's her name? She had those 2 sitcoms on TV, so
Yeah.
there's a lot of stand-ups who are doing their stuff. People who are making things, crafts. It's just
It used to be
really
safe for work.
Yeah, you used to, but it became famous for this one other thing, to the point where when they tried to raise money to go public, they actually decided to ban that side of it that made it famous, and the outpouring was so high, so great, that they backed off on it.
Yeah.
What's
Well, basically, it may not have started out their way, but that's kind of like what they're known for right now. Like, for instance, if you are an artist and something like that, and you sell your portfolio of hand-drawn art of cars or whatever, and you go present yourself, hey, I'm artist so-and-so, and you can find my work on OnlyFans.
It doesn't sound good.
Quite have the same ring to it any longer. So
the brand is ruined, but you've got other facilities, such as that website that was actually developed in Toronto. I met the guy who it was for cheaters. I can't remember the name of it, but if you're married or in a relationship and you want to find someone to cheat with,
Yeah, it was a woman's name.
yeah,
Beaters.
Ashley Madison.
Ashley Madison. That's
Ashley, because she was in. Wasn't she Tinder?
I don't know what the
prefer
connection
Dolly
is.
Madison.
But anyways, that there's a platform that was specifically made to do what they claim.
Well, now OnlyFans was started by a guy who sold it to the guy who just died. It was sold like during COVID or right before COVID.
Right.
And so that was a Ukrainian who bought OnlyFans. That's the one who died. So it started out exactly like you said, and then those Ukrainians.
So
came
that's
in
where
and
I
messed
buy
it
a
up.
wife.
What?
So that's where I go to buy a wife.
That's correct.
Ashley Madison. I think that's turned into a honeypot.
No, you said OnlyFans is. Never mind.
Yeah,
Ukrainian.
okay,
Ukrainian. Yeah, I just get myself
Oh,
a
I
Ukrainian
got you.
wife.
Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe.
I knew what he was talking about.
I don't have any accounts with any of those accounts. I promise.
I don't either.
Good. Lonely stands.
No comment.
Davina Duckworth tells us. Yeah.
Yeah.
Indeed. And then we got one more here. Bass Player 2011 Iffy says the reason why game fans don't like Resident Evil film is because they took themselves too seriously. The games are B horror action through and through. Yeah, I just couldn't get into them.
Yeah, I don't play games that are 3D. So yeah, that was the end of the games for me. So I'm all about the movies, and the first one is really, really good standalone. Everything beyond the first, well, let's just say they blend together for me.
And it's also pointed out here by Indie Shade that Sam Keith died as well. The great
artist,
man behind Sandman and the Max comic books, was 63. So that was sad news as well. Yeah, it was a heck of a week for losing folks this week.
Death.
Heck of a year.
Yeah, that too. Yeah,
Still March.
Well, I still refuse to believe that Chuck Norris died. or at least didn't die saving the Earth. That's my theory. Either he died saving the Earth from some outside force, or God needed him for a mission in heaven. That's the two things that I keep telling myself
I will go with that one.
to get me through the night. So, because yeah, that one, it just doesn't register with me yet. But yeah, oh, what do we got here from Paulie in the background here, real quick?
Oh, this is the 4 secrets as to if Hollywood can learn its lesson from Project
No, it
Hail
kind of
Mary.
goes along with what we were talking about. I'm imagining.
Right.
Oh, and I can't get it to scroll because it's froze.
And it's interesting because the headline's saying it, but it won't. It won't learn its lesson. And they,
Yeah, that's what I think.
bold
freezing
the
for me.
4 lessons.
But what
Well,
is
that's
Hollywood
very,
Reporter's lessons? That's the question.
Yeah, I was about to say that's very
Subjective.
it's very fun that Hollywood Reporter doesn't seem to have a lot of faith in the studios.
Right. So here there are 4. Assume audiences are smart. Embrace sincerity and optimism. Patience can be a virtue, and use practical effects whenever possible. That's without
Yeah, those
the-
are pretty good rules, but they missed one big one, and that is don't preach to the audience.
Well, yeah.
I don't agree. I don't disagree with any of those lessons, actually.
Mhm.
There's a time and a place for everything, and right now, I mean, let's keep it simple. If you tell the real lessons, Hollywood are just going to reject it. Here is something that we can start with, that they might be able to accept and just adopt right away without any further issue.
Maybe. I mean, I would hope they learn some lessons from this, but it's probably going to be all the wrong ones. But I don't know. Maybe
Well,
there's
that's
a
what
video
they're
on that,
saying.
Andre. Yeah.
Yeah, I was just thinking that. So yeah,
Yeah, because I got to earn some money to buy that fucking popcorn bucket. They didn't have it at my theater, but if I saw it online, I'm like, God damn, I want that. I don't need
Yeah.
it, but I want it. Let me see if I can find it. Yeah.
And that was another difference in the film to the book is Rocky's, and everyone's seen it's not a spoiler, how Rocky got around in Gosling's ship, the Hail
Yeah.
Mary. He created this, this bubble that, whereas Rocky, we're in the book, it's just get in the weeds there. He creates a whole tunnel system inside.
Oh,
of the,
okay.
inside.
Yeah,
the
no, it
ship.
works better as like a hamster ball.
Yeah, no, it was fun.
Yeah, I want this popcorn bucket.
Pretty dope. It's like $25.
I don't know. I didn't see it because I didn't have any at the place I went to, but it even looks like Rocky's posable. So, like, that's
Yeah,
one of
you
the
doing?
things. Yeah. Hey, how you doing?
Did you like that they named it Adrian?
Yo, Adrian. Quit
Planet.
with the spoilers. That's why I said they missed one cameo in the voice section.
The planet doesn't speak.
No, I know. But they should have had, because when they're picking Rocky's voice, they should have had Stallone in there and they've been like, nah, too on the nose. Like,
Right.
you know. What about this voice?
Hey, how you doing?
Hey, how you doing? Yeah. Anyway, no, I had a lot of fun. Hopefully, if you haven't seen it yet, you get a chance to see it. It's one of those movies that I feel like you should see in the theater. There's one more popcorn bucket too. I guess I should show that one. This one's not as cool.
Yeah, the
The
helmet.
helmet.
Yeah, that's too
Yeah.
Hal. It's too.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
very generic looking, but
yeah. And Tom, we have breaking news in the private
do.
chat. We do. These are things that we actually have reported on
Oh,
before, but
Lord.
now Variety is claiming
Oh,
it
shit.
as an exclusive.
Bullshit. Bullshit. Bullshit.
Starfleet
Oh,
Academy officially to end with season 2. Which
Yeah, who's been
Variety
reporting
claims
this
to
for a
be an
while, huh?
exclusive. We have, of course, been reporting this for months already, that this is the new administration cleaning house. But the nightmare is now over. Now, let's see what this article is saying. I haven't read it in detail just yet, but it says, Starfleet Academy will end with its upcoming second season, Variety has learned exclusively. blah, 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 blah. We're incredibly proud of the ambition, passion, yada, yada, yada bullshit. We look forward to sharing the upcoming second and final season with everyone. Fine. That's exactly what I was looking forward to checking out. Meaning they will release the second season. Of course, this thing has been canceled. It's a complete and total disaster that is just destroying it. But unfortunately, what they should have done, and this is something that Chato has been championing, everyone knows that they have filmed the second season. If they really wanted to take a stand and show the audience that we mean business here, they should have scrapped it and just never released the second season.
Our sources,
instead, Variety is now confirming that they are releasing the second season. But
yeah, and that's kind of what we were being told, was that they shot both seasons basically at the same time, if I'm remembering correctly, and the second season, since they were shit canning it, they basically were going to truncate it into like a movie or two or some shit like that, or just a couple episodes to finish off the storyline or whatever it was, is what we were told. So this lines up with that, basically.
Yeah, indeed. So, Chato, are you surprised at this waste of opportunity to scrap the second season?
Well, my understanding is they're going to play it out on Pluto, so we're fine.
Oh, shit.
That's a joke. Well, I mean, I would have loved the stand that if they had made it and said, no, this is really shitty, but you can't do that unless you have something to replace it. So I know we've talked about, Star Trek should take a break, get it out of the bad taste out of everybody's mouths, including all that Sparkle stuff, and then continue it at some point in the future. But if you're going to purposely shit can the second season, then you really do need something to replace it. This way they can just let it go for another year and plan for hopefully something better.
Yeah.
Plus, this is not the same as The Acolyte. They actually do have an audience, and just because they don't show up in the top 10 doesn't mean that this Star Trek doesn't have a following. I get the sense that it does. It actually does. People do like it based on the way people are writing their comments about it. I don't think it's all bots.
Yeah.
So,
there may be fans, but there are not many enough to justify the immense cost.
But it's too late.
Yeah.
It's too late. They've already spent that money.
I was going to say,
that's true.
I was going to say, I don't know what's going on today, but I find myself agreeing with Paul again, but not for the same reasons. But
okay.
Yeah. I don't think there is anybody. Like, I don't think you need a break because nobody's been watching this shit. So you don't need to take a break. Yeah, I mean, like at this point, you can just put out a new Star Trek. Yeah, nobody would have been like, "Oh, Star Trek's back." It's like, yeah, just don't quietly say that it has been back for years, and nobody will care.
Well, and you weren't on in the backstage, but I'm writing a piece right now how the Project Hail Mary is actually Star Trek. And
I heard you mention that earlier. Yeah,
and Andre added that Hail Mary is the testament to the failure of Kurtzman Trek.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
So that's really the angle that I'm going to be going toward. I'm hoping to get that out later today because I'm really excited about that idea.
Yeah, the science fiction part of the movie did feel very Star Trek-y. It did, even if it's not accurate, it felt like they went that extra mile to feel accurate.
And the show kind of felt like an updated version of the Horta episode. Mm-hmm. And it's everything that Kurtzman Trek isn't. It's a complete repudiation of Kurtzman Trek. And if it's doing the numbers that it's going to do over the next few weeks, it's doubly the repudiation. I mean, here for, I don't know, almost a decade now, we've had Star Trek that eschewed science, hated physics, didn't know that you can't have sound in outer space, sound weapons in outer space, and
well, let's not forget, also doesn't understand how the speed of light works and how different like symbols in the skies and explosions going off even if you can see them at the same time, doesn't mean they are
See-
equally distance away. So yeah,
And now that's the kind of thing that
my
yeah.
point is that I would love a Star Trek that felt more like Project Hail Mary.
You're not wrong,
And I
Paul.
think the people agree. That's my point. People are
Yeah.
agreeing.
I would have seen this as a TNG episode where like Geordi was off trying to find out what's happening to the star, and he runs into this other alien that is doing the same thing he is, and he has to learn how to communicate with the alien because it's a completely different life form than they've
Absolutely.
ever encountered
It fits.
before. It would work totally as a Star Trek episode. You're 100%
Absolutely.
right. Yeah.
Do you think that Kurtzman, now that he knows this is the end, right? So he's got two seasons left of Strange New Worlds, and he's got one more season of this. I don't think that his failure will be complete unless the series finale episode of Starfleet Academy is Darum and Jay Din being married at the Academy as husband and husband. I think
I
that
wouldn't be
will-
surprised if that were to happen.
that
but I'm
will
glad you
seal
brought.
the deal for everyone.
But speaking of
Captain
sealing
Pike is
deals,
best man.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yes.
We've also been reporting that Alex Kurtzman is out of Star Trek. Tom, go back to that article one more time.
Oh yeah, he does a nice
It
letter.
freezes
at the
for
end,
me,
doesn't
so
he?
I can't like scroll, but okay.
Okay. Oh yeah. Well, no. You need to scroll back to the very bottom of that article.
I'll try.
Because there is a farewell letter from
Yeah.
Alex Kurtzman. Now, it should be noted that this farewell letter is only in the context of Starfleet Academy. He's not saying anywhere that he's leaving Star Trek, period. But I have no recollection of him ever having read any kind of like farewell letter for any of the other series when they were finished. And I skimmed through it, and it reads very much like this is the end of my Star Trek, because he justifies his vision on Star Trek in this letter. So it reads like a farewell letter without necessarily saying that it is,
Tom,
which
I've got it if
would
you want to
be
share it.
low-key confirmation
Oh,
that, he ain't coming back.
Oh, okay, you got it.
go ahead. We'll do yours.
Yeah.
Because you can
So
actually
that's
move
a
if need be.
letter from Kurtzman and his co-showrunner on Discovery, where they say it's been our joy and privilege to help carry Gene Roddenberry's extraordinary vision forward with Starfleet Academy. Again, didn't say that with any of the other
You
stuff.
couldn't carry his nutsack.
Well, he can't carry loads and loads and loads of Paramount's money. That he can carry.
Do we
Fully
have
loaded.
2 seasons of Strange New Worlds left that we haven't seen, or are we in
Yes.
Did
the
you say
middle of
2 seasons?
what?
I think there's
Yeah, there's
I
two.
think-
Yeah, there are two.
yeah, there's
left.
2 seasons left to go. Yeah.
Yeah.
The
we
2
have not
seasons that
seen.
were also filmed back to back that
Yes.
also will be releasing. But I do believe that that one actually does have something of an audience, and they're not all LGBTQIAP plus.
It's a terrible show. It's a
Although
terrible.
that is a big chunk of that audience.
And are they? And they want to move ahead with the version of Kirk that they have in Strange New Worlds into.
Yeah, God, I have to again. I don't mean to rag on the actor, but of all character reimaginings I have ever seen, all recastings, all reimaginings, that dude as Captain Kirk, no offense to the actor, you're just not right for the role, because that is the single worst I have ever seen. I have never seen anyone fail to take on a role someone else inhabited as badly as that. I mean, he's nothing like Kirk. Nothing. There's no charm. I mean, what a pencil pusher is Kirk there. Well, that's what he is.
The
Yeah,
writing
yeah,
is
no-
also bad.
Yeah. And here he goes to defend himself beyond that. Like, he talks about like the possibility of Star Trek, and then he goes, but make no mistake, Gene Roddenberry wasn't some starry-eyed dreamer, decorated army bomber, blah, 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 talking about fraught, frightening time. Here's basically him trying to justify why his Star Trek is a dystopia.
Yeah.
before concluding it all with live, hope, and prosper. To me, this reads like a farewell letter.
Yeah, it does. Well, and if you go and read the letter on at Variety, which we're showing here, it's about diversity, tolerance, diversity, tolerance,
Diversity, equity, and inclusion.
Yeah, there you are. Yep. He has Kurtzman has not learned the lesson.
What's a bozo saying about brown people?
He's saying you, unless you're blue or green skinned or silicon based, you're not important.
Oh.
Or gay. He does not mention gay, but it's in there between the lines.
I watched one random episode of Academy.
Dude,
it was the dumbest shit I've ever seen in my life.
That's one more than me.
Like,
Strange New Worlds had some potential, and then they did that ridiculous musical episode where
that show had potential, because that show, as reported by myself and Robert Meyer Burnett, was the show that what's his face? I just forgot his damn name. Akiva Goldsman. Akiva Goldsman, when he signed up to this, he thought that this show was supposed to be basically the Pike show. Yeah. So he realized they weren't making that. So he went behind Kurtzman's back and pitched this show, and it won the slot. And that's what we had heard kind of pissed Kurtzman off about the whole show. So he probably self-sabotaged that show from the start. I wouldn't be surprised.
Well, in season 1, the most popular character was the engineer called Hemmer. And people loved Hemmer. And what did they do? Kill him at the end.
Yeah, that was ridiculous. He was fantastic.
He was the best thing in the show.
Probably a Kurtzman note.
Yeah, probably went, wow, we can't have a popular character in the show that will outclass all the lesbians on the...
Yeah, I can't have that.
Can't have that.
Well, and I believe it simply because we know that the only reason Picard season 3 didn't completely suck is because he wasn't around to fuck with it.
That's correct.
So, I mean, that's the thing. He's one of those guys that it seems like if he's not around, it's fine. But if he's a Kathleen Kennedy, pretty much. If he's there to facilitate things, you're fine. But if he's hanging out trying to give you ideas, well, then Indy ends up with the dog at the end. So, that's what happens.
Yeah, and little kids become cold-blooded killers.
Yeah. And Palpatine wins.
Yeah. The heroes are, well, we're not going to relitigate that. But anyway, hope for Star Trek, hopefully. We got a couple more super chats. Bucky Cat says, Steve Pinto is running a petition to change Cesar Chavez to Chuck Norris Boulevard in San Francisco.
I saw that.
Paulie brought some insight to this situation with Cesar Chavez on Friday. So I looked into it, and I'm seeing some people claiming that a lot of this smear campaign is based on the fact that Cesar Chavez, being someone who is, very pro-union, pro-worker, was also very anti-illegal immigration. He didn't want them coming in and lowering the wages of the workers.
This does not surprise me. Yeah, because when you see this level of action,
it's out of nowhere
down. I mean, I'm all for a Chuck Norris Boulevard somewhere, but leave Cesar Chavez alone.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
find another one.
They're probably looking at it as, Chuck did hire a lot more diverse folks. I mean, he needed people to kick.
Brother.
Well, Cesar Chavez did grape people.
We don't know that.
That grape
boycott. He doesn't know. There was an actual boycott
of grapes.
Oh, big difference.
Not Chavez.
Why did you say so?
Your enunciation of the fruit had me fooled for a moment.
Well, I was speaking about grapes.
I thought you meant grape, not grapes.
Are you a grapist? What's going on?
I haven't commented on my channel about what's going on with Cesar and Dolores Huerta, because I literally have friends on both sides, like the Chavez family and the Huerta family.
Keep your friends.
Well, it's just like, we're a pop culture channel, and you know, it's
point.
We're not
it-
going to do a video about it. We can
We're not
talk
doing a
about it
video
here in
about
the
it.
Super Chat. But yeah, fine. You know what? You don't have to say anything. Leave it to the. I'm not even a gringo because I'm not North American. But leave it to Whitey from another land to say, yeah, all heroes of the past had flaws. This guy is no exception. He
Except for
still did a
Chuck
lot of
Norris.
good.
except for Chuck Norris.
So yeah, find another boulevard. Find another boulevard and just add to the history. And with that, let's move on to the next super.
I'm
Chat here.
pretty much convinced that Chuck Norris was the second coming of Jesus. So nobody's going to convince me
Blasphemy.
otherwise. Michael Thomas sends in 5 and says, hello, everyone. Happy Monday. Anyone thinking about ICCC Con, Star Wars Con in Tennessee, June 2026, Echo Base and Derek Anderson, maybe Valiant going. Oh, did not know about
It's
this.
a great convention. Yeah. It's a great
Is it
convention.
the
I'm gonna
official
be at
Star Wars
Heroes
Con, or is it
the
just-
weekend before up in Charlotte?
What was that? Sorry.
I'll be at Heroes Con the weekend before up in Charlotte, so I might slip up to Nashville.
My question was, this an official Star Wars Con, or is it just a fan thing?
It's ICC Con, I think. It's not necessary. I mean, it's mostly Star Wars stuff. It's sci-fi and collectors convention is what it's about.
Oh, yeah.
No, it's one of the bigger ones there in that area. It's been going on for a while. But yeah, we're just waiting for Andre to come to the States. That's all we care
Right.
about.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't wait to come back to the States. It's been way too long.
Right.
And last
Officially.
time it was awesome, but I didn't get to see enough. I mean,
Right.
States are big, so yeah,
Yeah.
So we're waiting for the Andre Con.
yeah, indeed, that'll be awesome. That'll be awesome.
And Tom.
Indeed. And with that, we are caught up with Super Chats, I believe. I
Fantastic.
don't think we have any Rumble rants yet, Garvin Ambrose. I know he's waiting. He wants to come in at the last second. But with that, let's round out here. Chris, what you got going on?
We are doing all we can over at bleedingfool.com to keep up with this rapid fire of information and news in the entertainment culture. We do have a piece on that Val Kilmer artificial intelligence movie that he's doing. That's sort of top of the lead. But there's also some, if you're interested in manga, there's been some controversy in its hiring practices. They call it backdoor hiring. I'll let you figure it out. But you can check all that out at bleedingfool.com. We're also on X at bleedingfool, and you can check me out at Chris Brawley on X.
Awesome sauce.
Happy Monday.
Paulie, what you got going on?
Yeah, we got a lot of videos that we've put up the last couple of days that are just doing incredibly well. So go check out the channel. Thanks a lot, guys. Have a great week.
Yeah, check out Latino Slant. And Chato, when's my TV guide video coming?
It's delayed. I keep coming up with new stuff. And then I can only write so much and I poop out. These shows poop me out. After one of these events, I go back to write again and I run out of steam.
Yeah, you have to take a break in the meantime.
You need a
That's that's what I'm going to do now. I'm going to go ahead and hit the gym, which
Good
Paul
idea.
is going to appreciate,
Oh.
and then it's straight back to writing. Now, probably a Star Trek video,
All you
and
people
then
out there doing this
and then
doing-
the Punisher. What's it called again?
Well, you might have
Punisher
a
video.
Hail Mary video too.
Yeah, well, now we have videos to write again, so that's fantastic.
Dirty Laundry.
Dirty Laundry, yeah. Going back
That
to
one
that
can wait. That one can
Yeah,
wait a little
that
bit.
can wait.
I got lots of
Although I'm
opponents.
90% done writing.
So what's going on Pauling News? What are the
What a
wives
funny
going to
one.
hate you for this week?
One of the funny ones here in the city of Toronto, we renamed a downtown location from Dundas Square to Sankofa Square, and they didn't want Dundas because all the lefties on city council said he had slaves. When it turned out he was an abolitionist.
See, they
So-
should just call it Chuck Norris Square.
No, so
Get
they
it over with.
picked Sankofa, which is a word meaning peace and happiness and joy in the African Akar language, but the Akars were the largest slave traders in Africa.
Yeah. This is something people need to learn more of. Is the true history of all of those things. So,
Yeah. So, anyways, one person is now running around around that area with a T-shirt that says Dundas Square on it, and the city is suing him because they're precious little children. They're mad that someone is selling Dundas Square T-shirts. The world is stupid.
Yeah. There's no shortage of content.
Oh man, the left
yeah.
are they just get angry over the.
Chris, did you get to plug your wares?
He did.
Yeah. All right. Perfect.
He was
Yeah.
first. So
Brilliant.
yeah, like I
Alright,
said, they should
yeah.
just call it Chuck Norris Square, and then everybody will be happy.
Indeed.
So
Everyone will be happy, and so will the koalas be once they get out of the rain. But right now, it's about to pour down on them. So yeah, thanks for joining us, everyone. Take care, and let's enjoy some wet much.
Yeah, Script Doctor just corrected what Sankofa meant. It means to steal or to take back. So thanks, Script Doctor.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
the koalas are stealing back.
Koalas in the rain, koalas in the rain. No fucks given. Koalas in the rain.